hold you to this.
We're not going to judge you.
But my laser pointer does work, so that's been pretty much the highlight of the morning. So, my name is Brad Curtis. I have a technology company that's in real estate. It's helping out a lot of realtors. I'm not going to mention it, but I do have a background in technology. I've had several successful exits in technology. I've started many technology companies. I've built many technology companies, and I've developed out their infrastructure, their workflows, and hired, built them up. And like I said, I've had a couple of successful exits. I've raised venture capital for several of them, and created syndicates in developing that venture capital raise. So anyways, I kind of have a unique experience in the technology field. I sold my company about 3 years ago and got very bored very quickly, and I said, what's my next chapter in life, right? So I started tinker around with my cars, and some real estate stuff kind of caught my eye. So I started taking a lot of courses in real estate type things. Got certified as a home inspector, all the investment courses that you go to. Shadowed some of those big guys on TV, and took construction courses and got certified on backhoe, things like that. Anyways, it brought me into this world. It allowed me to speak the lingo of real estate and things like that. But I really felt like there's a big void in the technology, and I could probably simplify that for a lot of realtors. And really, it works for anyone in the industry. But this presentation is geared towards the real estate industry. Okay. So, is anyone in here interested in kind of being better on the internet, learning how to do that? Before I do today, it's kind of important, right? So, I came with a cool title. It's called "How to Win the Internet." So, what does the internet look like? You Google the internet. You go to Wikipedia. You're gonna see this picture right here. My laser pointer is working nicely.
Nice.
So each one of these little dots is a different organization. You see certain ones are bigger than others, some of them are tiny, some of them we can't really see. But kind of look at, what does your organization look like? What do you look like on the internet? I get this really cool periodic table of search engine optimization, really explaining the algorithm to you. It makes it really simple if you're like a postgraduate in engineering and stuff like that, right? So there's content, there's HTML architecture, the social, the trust, personal, there's blocking, there's violations. Basically, when you get those emails saying, like, I'm gonna get you to the top of Google, they're using violation type things. They may have some short-term success to kind of make you feel like it, but it's kind of a long-term, devastating effect on your search engine optimization for the long run, because you will be violated and you will be 86th from being ranked in the future. So this is not really simplifying it for us laymen out here. So let's let Bill Gates simplify it for us. Content is king. The internet is interconnection of content. There's different vessels like websites, right? Think of them as art galleries. The content inside them is the artwork on the walls. You have a beautiful website, it has no content, you're like walking through an empty art gallery. The search engine is looking for the content. It's looking for the pictures on the wall. It's looking for the videos on the wall, the blogs on the wall, whatever type of content you have in there. So the algorithms, search engine optimization algorithms, history, it's always evolving. It's coming out with new releases. That artificial intelligence is also developing and coming to new levels. So in 2011, there was a release of Google. It was right after caffeine, came with Panda. I call it the Angry Panda. Just before the Angry Panda, what we could do is we could easily manipulate the internet. Say there was a brewery opening up in your neighborhood, and they wanted to get a bunch of traffic really quickly because they're gonna have their grand opening soon. What we could do is go to the top 1,000 beer blogs all over the world that are creating blogs every day, pull an RSS feed from them, dump them into a dozen or 100 websites, have them all populated inside there, and all of a sudden we're creating millions of pieces of content every day. We put a link on the bottom of each of those articles back to that brewery's website or social media and all that stuff. And it looked like they were rock stars overnight because there's millions of pieces of content being generated linking back to them. Panda came along. Within a few weeks, that was eliminated because the algorithm wanted to know that it was original content. So if you recycle a piece of content, you take an article from over here, a picture from over there, you recycle that stuff, the search engine knows it's been recycled. Try uploading a video to YouTube that's already been uploaded, it'll automatically just knock it off. It knows what's original and what's not. It's even more sophisticated today, but it wants original content. Also in 2014, it wanted to be responsive, meaning that it works on all your devices because the iPad came along, the iPhone came along. It wanted to make sure that it was being able to function on all these different devices, not just your desktop screen, which hopefully is not square, because we know that's going on, right? So to really simplify it, original content is king on the internet. So this is the search, this is the marketing wheel, right? Everyone has different types of marketing you go out there and do. In any business, really. But see this handshake? That's you. You are the foundation of your business. You have to know about your business. You have to be nice to people and be able to attract people and know your business, right? So take continuing education courses, learn your business, be knowledgeable, be able to be an expert. That is the foundation. But beyond that, as far as it relates to the internet, bringing in all these leads and being reputable on the internet, there's different pieces of content. There's virtual tours, there's schematic floor plans, video, there's different places to put your content. There's the syndication sites with all the Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com that kind of pull everything out. Social media, of course. You have an IDX website that has all your listings on. Are there any realtors in the room? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm typing myself here. So if you have an IDX site, what it is, it's basically recycling all the content that all these other sites are recycling, right? It's just pulling all those pictures from the MLS and just recycling. So you find like, hey, I'm not getting a lot of traffic on my IDX site. Well, that's because you're just recycling content. The algorithm sees it. It's just washing it, right? There's audio, podcasts, pictures. So in real estate, pictures are actually really saturated. But let's go back to the blogs, right? The internet is filled with words. So it's very competitive to try to raise in the search engine using words and blogs like that because it's extremely just oversaturated. Pictures in real estate are extremely saturated as well. Every house has a picture on it. Even if it's not for sale, it's gonna have a Google image from the satellite or Google Street View on it just to populate it with something. So it's very saturated, and hopefully you're getting professional photography done at least. The virtual tour is only at 8% market penetration, so it's not very competitive. So if you're doing virtual tours, you're beating out 92% of your competition. You're raising up to the top 10% just like that. Oh, my realtor's not gonna leave the room, are you?
No, I didn't. Way distractions.
Okay. And video is also less competitive. It's easier to raise in the ranks for a variety of reasons. So, again, going back to it, what does your star look like on the internet? What content's out there? I find new agents that come to our company all the time and say, where'd you get it? Because we populate their agent profile on our page, just like automatically go and search their name on Google. We go, how did you get that information? That's an old number. That's my old broker. And it's like, well, that's what you look like on the internet. You need to go update that stuff. That's a big problem for you and your business if you have a wrong broker or wrong phone number, because they're searching your name. They're going out looking for you. So you want to make sure all that content is correct. It's all pointing back to you. It's abundant and it's original. Because if you look at it, you can go through your career, you can meet people face to face, a nice steady growth over the years. You will build a great book of business. I promise you that, as long as you're good to people and you know your business, things like that. But with original content and building content on the internet, and I've done this in dozens of different industries, every single time you have a compounding effect in your growth, because that video you did 6 years ago is working for you today. And if you continue to do videos every week, every month, every year, guess what? It's all adding up. It's all compounding. And they're all working for you day in, day out, night, day, afternoon, while you're at lunch, anytime. And it always has a compounding explosion effect. Alright, so this guy's been up here talking about algorithms and the internet, and he just bored the crap out of me. Sure, it's a little bit interesting, but I want to know, how's this guy going to sell me more houses faster, for more money, and give me more listings, right? Why more interesting? Let's get into that. Photos. You should all be doing professional photography at least. Guys, they sell 32% faster with professional photography. Floor plans. 64% of buyers say that floor plans are very important in the decision-making process. That's a lot of people. With virtual tours, homes sell 10 days faster on average. That's 10 days sooner that you get your check at closing and are able to get time to go and get on your next listing. When you have virtual tours, it's rich content. You're averaging 3 to 6 times more viewership time, more time on the site. On our site, which is realty360view.com, is 3 minutes and 47-second average time on a single listing. How many of you spend 3 minutes and 47 seconds on a single web page? Think of it. How long? How long do you spend on a web page? This number is absolutely outstanding. It's because we have lots of original content, rich content. So, who wants more buyers to call them? I always get like, no one raise their hand. Who wants the buyers to email you? Because you don't want to talk to these guys. I don't know why, but it's usually about 20% of the realtors in the room that raise their hand. But anyways, so whether they want to email you or call you, they're 60% more likely to email you with a virtual tour and 95% more likely to call you. I know some realtors are like, oh gosh, I don't want buyers to call me. But if you do want buyers to call you, this is a great way to do it. So, 74% of the real estate agents that utilize virtual tours say they win more listings because of it. That's pretty good, right? Want to win more listings? I want you to win more listings too. Video is 403% more inquiries. That's 4 times the people asking about that house. Buyers find video 90% more helpful in the decision-making process when looking at a house. Pretty good? Well, pretty much all of them, right?
So I have a question for you. So I'm not a realtor, but been around real estate a long time. So when you say,
awesome at it.
I'm sorry.
You'd be awesome at it.
Thank you. So when you say video, is there a difference between true video compared to moving slideshows?
Yes, it's going to be more interesting. Like our videos are drone videos. So you're flying up to the house, around the house, circling around it. We also do feature the inside of the house with the images, but they're doing the Ken Burns effect, keeping it very interesting. And
does the consumer recognize, I mean, I understand the drone video, I mean, that's just huge, people love that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the inside of the house, is the consumer saying, I want a full-on video experience where someone's walking around with the camera? Or can it be where they've got the 360-degree cameras, where they're doing the panning, and that's
It's
fine
really
with
about
the consumer?
having quality content. What I find with the videos that Zillow is trying to get to go through, they are shot in HDR, so your windows are all washed out. So it's these white windows. So we don't do the walkthroughs. We have a partnership with Zillow. They actually approached us because we had so much content. And they said, hey, we'd love to have your videos on. And I'm like, we're not changing our videos because we don't agree with how you guys are doing it. They're like, well, that's fine. We love your videos, so you can do it that way. It's great. So, yeah, I think they're trying to move that way. They have some market research or whatever, so they like the little walking through thing. But we need to make sure that the house looks as optimal as possible. So if you use the pictures, they're shot in high dynamic range, making the lighting both optimal inside and out, and really touch those up, make them look as beautiful and popping as possible, and put some motion to them. you're gonna have a better effect than someone walking through. Even if they have a gimbal, it's a weird experience. You can really take the time to judge the shot and all that stuff of the images. But with the drone stuff, we have standardized protocols to make sure that's all, very standardized and has a very, top end, top of the line drone, top of the line, Hasselblad lens, full lens sensor, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? So that's really developing a consistent protocol. But at the end of the day, that video needs to be interesting so people watch it long enough. So you need to have like a captivating intro and keep them on there. Our videos, over 50% of them are over 62 seconds of watching our videos. We optimize them to 90 seconds because that's the average attention span, a little more than average attention span of most people. And about 25% of them are making it all the way to the end, which was our grand finale, the big spin around and stuff like that. So those ones are serious. Those 25% that are making it all the way to the end of that 90 seconds, those are the serious people that are probably going to be making that call to you, even though you don't want to call.
I don't want to go.
All right, cool. I'm glad to hear that. All right, this is my favorite one. You have a video. It is 50. That's 50 times more likely to reach the first page of Google. Guess what? Absolutely nothing happens on the second page of Google. You want to be on the first page. This is a great way to multiply your chances of getting there, okay? Virtual staging also has some amazing steps. So, I hear this all the time. This house is too small for that. It's like, well, what are you telling your home buyer, your home seller, right? Every time, like, your house ain't worth it, your house is garbage, so I'm not gonna do a lot of stuff for you. First of all. Second of all, do not let it be an opportunity loss, because that content you're creating for that little tiny house is going to be working for you for years to come on the internet. It's going to be adding to that compounding effect of your business's growth. So do not let it go by. But really think of your time. How many looky-loos are you taking out to a house that's not serious about it? They've gone through all this content, and they've seen it all in virtual reality. They're a pretty serious buyer. They're not wasting a quarter of a day, half a day, full day of your time to go out and see this house in person when they're just, being a looky-loo. Seller's time. How many walkthroughs do you have to do of those looky-loos where the homeowner has to leave the house, leave their home, and go out and be burdened by you, the person that's supposed to be making them their life easy in the selling process, right? So I really look at it as like, in real estate, you either rent or buy, right? So in your business, are you renting? Are you buying and building equity? Are you a tourist in this industry? Are you here to build an empire? So here's all the references. I didn't make any of this stuff up, just so you know. And I had a great time presenting to you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I'm going to use my laser pointer. This is really cool. Thank you.
Thank you.